How dare you? That really hurts my feelings.
No good story happens from things going right. My granddad always said this: the greatest gifts in life are not in the plans, they're in the detours.
So I released a video a while ago now about how when you start something new, you're gonna start bad. And the only way to start is to start badly and learn and grow from there. So I hope this is encouraging to you guys to know there's nobody out there who gets to start a business, who gets to try to achieve or accomplish anything that's substantial without going through that first step of being bad at it. In it, I gave some examples. Oh, here's some mistakes I've made as I've been building this company from scratch. And guys, spoiler alert, I've never built a 7-figure real estate development company before. This is the first time I'm doing that. So then I get this comment. I'm gonna read it. Quote, "What a depressing video. I know people like negative content, but that was painful. Basically, this guy is bad at everything. Good luck in the future getting better at all this stuff." Hey man, I appreciate you wishing me good luck. No, seriously, that was the whole point. The whole point is if you're trying to do anything worth doing, it's going to be hard, and especially if it's something that's new, you're gonna start bad. That's how that works. It's like being depressed when you're watching a toddler try to learn how to walk. You start bad, you fall, you stumble, you screw up, you make mistakes, you learn from them, and then you get better. That's the whole point of the video.
Idiot.
That's why this channel is called Brian Bandas Builds a Business. It's not called Brian Bandas Already Has a Business. Brian Bandas already has it figured out. Brian Bandas does a whole bunch of easy shit he already knows how to do. Brian Bandas builds a business. And anybody out there who's peddling to you that it is easy to build a business is lying to you, and they're probably doing it to get a follow and get some clicks and, you know, grow their Instagram page. Anybody who's really building a business from the ground up, and I mean everyone, no exceptions, knows that at some point you get smacked around. Oh.
You gonna do something or just stand there and bleed?
At some point you get your ass kicked. It's part of the journey. And to me, that was the whole point of this channel, was like, let's not pretend that's not part of the journey. Let's walk through it and talk about it and figure out, how do we navigate that? How do we stay resilient? How do we pivot and learn and make adjustments so that our business can continue to grow and we can actually accomplish this dream rather than like bailing out when it gets hard? I have a feeling like this guy that left a comment might just bail out when things get hard. He might be that kind of guy. I could be wrong. Anyway, I'm gonna lean more into that on this channel because I've already shared the last 2 years have been brutal. I've really been kind of getting my ass kicked, to be honest with you. The market took a hard turn right as I tried to expand. The timing was bad and I've gotten smoked and I've learned a ton. So I've got videos coming where I really want to distill, like, here's some of the things I've learned, but that's not even the point. The point is, I don't want to just BS you with like motivational memes. I want to be transparent about the fact that building a business is hard. And if you're somebody out there who's building a business, you probably don't need some 22-year-old who figured out how to get likes on his Instagram, like telling you that he's already got it figured out. You need to have like a real conversation, a real dialogue about the challenges of doing this thing, because it's really hard. And if you're doing it, you probably believe it's worth it, like I do. But damn, sometimes I'm like, really? Is this gonna be worth it? I have never in my life faced adversity like I've experienced in the last 2 years.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
And rather than like hide that from you guys and pretend that that's not the case, that doesn't help anybody. I'm gonna lean into it. I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's been hard. Here's my takeaways. Here's how I'm trying to be resilient. The fact is, I am more resilient than I've ever been in my life. My work ethic is higher than it's ever been in my life because I haven't had a choice. I've had to work my ass off to survive for the last 2 years. And you know what else? I have learned, this is gonna sound crazy, I've learned how to lose money. And the beauty is, that's a crucial piece of the puzzle in terms of learning how to make money, how to keep money, how to grow money. Because now I know here are the mistakes and the shortfalls and the short-sightedness and the oversights, etc., that have led to me losing money, and I'm not gonna do those again.
Never again.
So I was talking to my uncle the other day. I'm very close with him, and he's one of the mentors I go to when I need to talk and need to sort through things. And I was kind of making fun of myself. I was saying, man, in the past, like, I really thought I wanted this, right? I wanted the adventure. I'm gonna try something hard. I'm gonna try to do something big. And yeah, I know it'll be hard, but I'm gonna grow, and I just want that experience. Even if it's painful, at least I will have gone for it, right?
Right.
Wrong.
And then now, I'm in the depth of the pain and the difficulty and just getting my ass kicked all over the place for over 2 years. And it's not as glamorous as I thought.
You don't say. You don't say.
And I said, man, that kind of stuff sounds really good on a podcast and it makes a good Instagram meme. And now that I'm here in the middle of it, dang, it's just not glamorous. It's just hard. It's sleepless nights and tears alone in my office and trying to figure out how to make this thing work that at one point I thought I had it licked. Now it's whooping me. So here's the beauty though. I am now looking at my company in terms of phase 1 and phase 2. Shoot, maybe it's even phase 1, 2, and 3. So when I started this company, I immediately stacked up some really big wins, had some big wins right out of the gate, and I thought, dude, I'm good at this. So we'll call that phase 1. Then I got into phase 2, and phase 2 has been the last 2.5 years, and it has been so challenging, and I've learned so many things the hard way, and I've lost money, and I've lost time, and I've let people down. It's just been this really painful learning experience. I think if the main thing I wanted was to be an influencer and sell whatever, I would just not tell you that because I want you to think I'm the man and I've got it together, and so you should follow me and buy all my stuff. But I'm not, and I don't really want that. What I want over time is the ear of people who really want to do this thing, not talk about it, not dream about it, not make memes about it, but like really do the nitty-gritty work of building something from the ground up and accomplishing something that's really, really hard. So phase 2 has been truly brutal. I've lost significant amounts of money. I've had numerous deals that I thought were great end up being bad, and some of it was my fault and some of it wasn't. But even the things that weren't, even the things that maybe were circumstantial, something happened with the market or a law changed or whatever, even those things are still sort of my fault because it's my job as the owner of my business to know that these things are possible and to somehow prepare and protect myself and my company from that. So I sort of just have to eat crow and go, man, that's my fault. I didn't know what I didn't know, but it was my job to know it. So listen, there are a lot of great YouTubers and Instagram people and speakers out there and talking heads who will pump you up and give you the rah-rah, and Tony Robbins. And honestly, I like Tony Robbins.
On 3, go crazy. 1, 2, 3, go!
But I'm not that guy right now. Right now, I'm crawling through shit, trying to keep my company afloat and keep this dream alive because of what I want and hope for my family. And I'm not gonna pretend to you that the whole path has been great. It started off great, then it got really bad. And now I'm climbing out of that phase 2 and into phase 3, where I truly have learned some pretty massive lessons that correlate directly to more efficient projects and better earnings and all of that. And it's gonna take time for that to play out, but begrudgingly, I'm thankful for phase 2, as ugly as it was.
You don't say.
So I guess here's the point. Maybe I started off bad at everything. I think that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but that is where you start. The reason I didn't know how to build a 7-figure real estate development company is because I'd never built a 7-figure real estate development company. And I'm on the path to doing that right now. This is what the path looks like. It looks like figuring out, oh crap, I thought that was a good deal when I bought it, and now I've learned why it wasn't. That's part of the process. And the only way you learn that is by buying deals and figuring out which ones are good and which ones are bad. The only way you learn to build faster and do projects faster is to start to do them, and then you get faster. Which means I have to be okay with being bad at things.
Welcome to the real world.
And frankly, if you're watching this, I'm gonna tell you, fine, be bad at everything. I'll take that comment. I'm not even gonna say, yeah, right, I'm good at some things. Screw it, fine. I was bad at a bunch of stuff, but I'm getting better at it, and this is how I learn. And the people who weren't willing to be bad at things, I know a shit ton more than all of them now because of what I've walked through. So right now, I am better than I've ever been at building a real estate development company, and it continues to get better. In fact, I've got 2 pretty cool deals in the pipeline that should make me some version of 7 figures. We'll see how they play out. For those of you who are with me, who are building businesses or trying to accomplish something that's hard, that looks ugly while you're in the middle of it, keep going, don't quit. If you're bad at it, fine. We'll be bad at it together, but at some point we learn, and then we take what we learn and we adjust what we're doing and we grow, and then we're a little better at it, and then we learn again. Sometimes that learning is painful and ugly, so be it. People from the outside can watch and they can comment and tell me I'm bad at everything, but at some point, I'm gonna look up and I'm gonna have a real estate development company that I built myself from the ground up, and it is gonna be awesome. So if I started bad at it, so be it. At least I started. See ya.